Good evening. You're watching the news from the Sultanate of Oman television. First, the headlines. His Majesty Sultan Qaboos receives a verbal message from His Excellency the Egyptian President. The Sultanate and Egypt discuss aspects of cooperation in various fields as well as supporting peace efforts in the region. And the State Council Office discusses challenges facing the development of the private sector and labour market policies. Those were the headlines, and now the news in detail. His Majesty Sultan Qaboos has sent a cable of condolences to His Excellency President Dr. Hassan Rouhani of the Islamic Republic of Iran on the death of His Excellency Ayatollah Akbar Hashemi Rafsanjani, former Iranian president and the chairman of the country's Expediency Council. His Majesty Sultan Qaboos received a verbal message from His Excellency President Abdel Fattah el-Sisi of Egypt relating to the bilateral relations between the two brotherly countries and means of supporting and enhancing them, as well as matters of common concern between the two sides. The message was handed over by His Excellency Sameh Shukri, Minister of Foreign Affairs of Egypt, envoy of the Egyptian president, when he was received on behalf of His Majesty the Sultan by His Highness Sayyid As'ad bin Tariq Al Said in his office today. During the meeting, the guest conveyed greetings of the Egyptian president to His Majesty the Sultan, the government and the Omani people. During the meeting, they exchanged cordial talks and reviewed existing cooperation relations between the two sides in various spheres, as well as means of enhancing and promoting them to serve the joint interests of Omani and Egyptian brotherly people. The meeting was attended by His Excellency Yusuf bin Alawi bin Abdullah, Minister responsible for Foreign Affairs, and His Excellency Sabri Majdi Sabri, Ambassador of Egypt accredited to the Sultanate. His Excellency Yusuf bin Alawi bin Abdullah, Minister responsible for Foreign Affairs, held a session of talks today with His Excellency Sameh Shukri, Minister of Foreign Affairs of Egypt, currently visiting the Sultanate. They discussed aspects of bilateral relations between the two countries and means of enhancing them in various areas. They also exchanged viewpoints on a number of regional and international issues of common concern. It was attended by members of the delegation accompanying the guest and a number of officials at the Foreign Ministry. In a statement, His Excellency Sameh Shukri, Minister of Foreign Affairs of Egypt, praised the wise policy of His Majesty Sultan Qaboos in supporting and enhancing peace and stability efforts at the Arab and international levels. He also added that the Omani-Egyptian relations are historic and have been characterized by having similar views and taking identical policies that contribute to enhancing Arab stability and solidarity. He concluded by saying that the upcoming Arab Summit is an opportunity for Arab leaders to exchange views and achieve a new breakthrough in the Arab joint action. Challenges facing the development of a private sector and labour market policies were the topics discussed by the State Council Office during its meeting today. The meeting stressed the importance of activating the activities of committees through addressing challenges facing the work as to develop the work performance of the Council. The office also reviewed the report on participation of the Council's delegation at the Global Summit of Women Speakers of Parliament, which was held in Abu Dhabi. The meeting was chaired by His Excellency Dr. Yahya bin Mahfoud al-Mantari, Chairman of the State Council. The Public Authority for Social Insurance, PASI, in coordination with the International Labour Organization, ILO, has prepared the initial draft for the anti-unemployment scheme, which aims at providing an alternative source of income for laborers whose services have been terminated for reasons beyond their control. The scheme seeks to provide social protection for the unemployment and their families during the unemployment period for reasons beyond their control. It also fills the gap between the date of leaving job and the date of joining a new one by providing unemployment with a minimum amount that secures dignified life for them and their families. Job seekers will be also assisted to get another job. Still to come in our news bulletin. Oman celebrations the Great Journey by Royal Opera House Muscat sheds light on the history of Oman and the Blessed Renaissance March. Welcome back to the news from the Sultanate of Oman Television. A delegation of the Royal Jordanian Command and Staff College, led by Brigadier Ibrahim Khalil Amin, head of Education Department at the Jordanian College, visited the Command and Staff College CSC at the Sultanate Armed Forces at Beit al-Falaj camp today. Brigadier Amr bin Saeed al-Mahri, CSC Commandant, escorted the visiting delegation on a tour to the halls, classroom and other facilities. The delegation was briefed on the general curricula and modern information technologies used at the college. A delegation led by Brigadier Ibrahim Khalil Amin, head of Education Department at the Royal Jordanian Command and Staff College, visited the National Defense College NDC today. They were greeted at Beit al-Falaj camp by Brigadier Ahmed bin Mohammed al-Fahdi, Assistant Commandant of the NDC, and Brigadier Mohammed bin Yarab al-Sifi, Director General of Studies and Academic Affairs. They exchanged various viewpoints on academic and training fields. The delegation was briefed on the NDC and the modern facilities. The Jordanian delegation also viewed the NDC facilities that are provided with latest specifications, modern teaching systems and multi-purpose electronic networks. Studying juvenile cases and recommending methods and mechanisms to concerned bodies to deal with these cases are the most important objectives of a training workshop being organized by the public prosecution in collaboration with the Embassy of the United Kingdom in the Sultanate and bodies concerned. The three-day event is discussing several topics, including the rights of juvenile and Omani juvenile accountability law. Specialists and international consultants in the field of juvenile cases are taking part in the workshop. Oman celebrations the Great Journey, which was organized by the Royal Opera House Muscat, included a number of celebrations and performances that embodied the history of Oman and the Blessed Renaissance March under the wise leadership of His Majesty Sultan Qaboos. The three-day event witnessed a participation from a large number of officials and members of the society. It included 8 plateaus that shed light on aspects of historic march of the Sultanate over the ages till the Blessed Renaissance. It also highlighted features from the Omani maritime life, cultural heritage and the history through a number of performances that mixed movement with music, dazzling lights and various visual effects.
فأبوح بسري للدنيا أني بشذاك.
Within the Sultan's celebration of the Omani Environment Day and fulfilling the Sultan's role in protecting and preserving the environment, activities of cleaning the nature reserves took part in Kurum Natural Park. The activity comes to express the importance of preserving nature for the society. Participants from corporations, colleges and schools met to practice the ways of preserving nature, which in this year entitled Our Environment, Our Life. The ceremony included awareness lectures on nature, introduction of Kurum Nature Park and what it contains. The Omani Environment Day, which falls on the 8th of January each year, is also celebrated in the Governorate of Brahmi. Brahmi was the first governorate to start the activities of the Omani Environment Day. Different events will be organized over most of the governorates of the Sultanate until the end of this month. During the celebration, an operator contained 6 expressive traditional arts and students' shows were held. The participants consists of teachers and students toured outdoors as part of a number of training workshops which aimed to recycle wastes and to convert it to industrial purposes. The Office of His Excellency, the Minister of State and Governor of the FAR, organized a seminar discussing social issues. Its program included presentation of a number of awareness lectures on dangers of drugs and narcotics usage on the individual and the society. It also discussed the importance of good parenting and follow-up of children's behaviors. The seminar was presided over by His Highness Sayyid Faris bin Fatih Al Said. After the big success of Omani-Iranian exhibition last year, Oman Chamber of Commerce and Industry in Musandam organized the Iranian Products Exhibition. The event came to increase the investments and commercial cooperation between the Sultanate and Iran. It also aimed to promote the Iranian products in the Sultanate and the touristic potentials of the Governorate of Musandam. The exhibition displayed many Iranian products in the field of foodstuff, fisheries, construction and deco. The inauguration ceremony was presided over by His Excellency Sayyid Khalifa bin Al-Mirdas Al-Busaidi, Governor of Musandam. Now for the general weather forecast around the Sultanate. Clear skies will prevail over most of the governorates with chances of low clouds and fog early morning and late at night over the governorates of Worcester and South Sharqiya. Winds will be easterly to northeasterly light to moderate. Seas will be slight with a maximum wave height of 1 meter. This is the Sultan of Oman Television. Before we end tonight's bulletin, here are the main points once again. His Majesty Sultan Qaboos receives a verbal message from His Excellency the Egyptian President. The Sultanate and Egypt discuss aspects of cooperation in various fields as well as supporting peace efforts in the region. And the State Council Office discusses challenges facing the development of the private sector and labour market policies. With that, we come to the end of tonight's news bulletin. From all of us here at the studios and the newsroom, it's good night.